DECCAN RUMMY டிஸ்கிரிப்ஷனில் இருக்கும் லிங்கை கிளிக் செய்து 20 லட்சம் வெல்லும் வாய்ப்பை பெறுங்கள்.
Sathyabama யூனிவர்சிட்டி இந்தியால இருக்கக்கூடிய டாப் 50 யூனிவர்சிட்டிஸ்ல ஒண்ணா இருக்கு. இதில் நீங்க சேரணும்னா டிஸ்கிரிப்ஷன்ல இருக்கக்கூடிய லிங்கை கிளிக் பண்ணுங்க.
Una mattina mi son sbagliato. Oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella. Ciao, ciao, ciao. Naspena yeden terima. Nambana yeden terima. Marseille nan terima.
Yes.
நட்புன்னு என்ன தெரியுமா? அன்புன்னு என்ன தெரியுமா? சூர்யான்னு என்ன தெரியுமா உனக்கு?
The first day of shoot, I came and I asked the main director, Jesus Pomenar, can you tell me something more about Marseille? He's a sicario, which means hitman. And I was like, what? And I confused the hell out of me. I was for 4 months scratching my head. Like, what should I? Alicia, I'm waiting. Sophia, I'm back. I said, I don't know how you want to do the punches. I just know when a punch should come. And then with Alvaro, we said, here 1, 2, here 3. And then we're missing each other by this much, right in front of the nose. And then every time after each shot, like, comes. The cameras are going to pick it up. They're behind you. You're getting too dangerously close because you don't want to hit your colleague.
The last season ends where Professor is getting caught. Are you ready to give your life to save Professor from this danger as well?
Yes. Yes, I am.
So behind us, Zoda, in the conversation, we have Luka Peros. Hi.
Hello, everybody.
And popularly known as Marseille.
Marseille or Marseille. Yeah.
Marseille, okay. I'm pretty much excited to have this conversation with you because we Indians are great fan of Money Heist and each and everyone's performance also. So It's a great honor to talk to you.
Well, thank you for having me. It's impressive to see that there are so many fans all around the world, really all around the world, and I'm getting lots of love and messages from India, from Philippines to Chile, from really all around the world. It is mind-boggling.
Yes, Money Heist is super duper hit and no doubt about it. Even big actors wanted to be part of Money Heist. So how does that feel for you?
I'm grateful. Okay. I'm grateful to be part of this. I'm a professional actor and I've been working professionally for over 25 years.
My God.
So, you have small projects, big projects. It's kind of the same job and it's the same atmosphere when we work, but this one is globally known and it's an honor to be part of it. And I'm very, very grateful to be part of such a great show and to play around with such great colleagues of mine and get such a global reaction to it.
So you help Professor in various situations. You rescue him.
Yeah, when they told me about Marseille, so after the audition and I got confirmed, they said, like, you're the right-hand man of the professor. I was like, okay. And then the whole 3rd season, I didn't have anything in that logic. So I had to wait for the 4th season. And when the screenplay started coming out, I was like, oh, this is interesting. Oh, I finally have something. So in the first 3 episodes of the 4th season, I have more than altogether in the 3rd. And it was lots of fun to be that balance of the professor who is the cerebral, is the mental force of the banda and of the whole series, to have Marseille being his sidekick man, his Sancho Panza to his Don Quixote, his Bud Spencer to Terence Hill. I don't know. something in that regard. The right-hand man, and it was just a blast to play with him because in the first 2 seasons he was always alone. In the 3rd season he was with the Inspectora Raquel Lisboa. And then in the 4th, he's somewhere outside, and then he has this big guy next to him, and it was lots of fun to shoot. Those 3 episodes were a blast.
How much do you miss helping Professor?
I miss working with Alvaro, that's for sure. And I'm a little bit tired. I'm running out of modes of transport, what to use. I still have to fly a plane, jet ski, rollerblade, skateboard. I think those and a
cycle.
Train. I didn't do that.
Cycle, you also.
I had a bicycle. I had a car. I had 2 vans. I had a motorbike and I had a helicopter. So, yeah, I'm missing a couple of more modes of transportation to get a complete role of Marseille. So he sends me everywhere like that. I'm tired. My legs are tired.
Okay.
Go to Algiers, go over there, do this,
What kind of relationship you and Professor share off screen?
We are goofballs, like I said, all of us. We're more kids than adults. So there wasn't, there's nothing super special to tell, actually, except that two guys come to work, we go through the lines, and we find nuances of what one should do. The director then kind of guides us, and like I said, it's so professional and so easy to work with him that there's no great story. It's just coming to work with a great colleague and doing your job, full stop.
Okay. Though we are part of India, we are southern part of India, so we speak Tamil. Tamil is our language.
Yes, I know.
So we wanted you to speak a dialogue in our language so that we'll be honored.
Okay.
So please don't say no.
I'm nervous.
It's between two friends. I guess you and Professor might fit into this scene.
Okay.
So we wanted you to recreate this dialogue. Okay? So,
Oh, yeah. Okay.
நட்புனா என்ன தெரியுமா?
Naspina, idan terima.
நண்பன்னா என்னன்னு தெரியுமா?
Nambana, idan terima.
சூர்யானா என்னன்னு தெரியுமா?
Tuyarna, idan terima.
Okay, we'll put your name in this scene. Okay. Marseille என்னன்னு தெரியுமா?
Marseille, nan terima.
Yes. You managed to crack it.
Okay, thank you. It's interesting. I love languages. I love learning languages. So, thank you for this lesson in Tamil.
You are a quick learner though. We're going to talk about some important thing.
Okay.
The last season ends where Professor is getting caught by Alicia. We're going to have an imaginary round now.
Okay.
So we know you are the one who's going to save Professor all the time. So did he tell about the rescue plan to you earlier? Are you ready to give your life to save Professor from this danger as well?
Well, I think that's what Marseille is doing for everybody in the banda. He, of course, needs to protect the professor the most because that's why his job is. He's not in the Banco of España, in the Bank of Spain, just because to have somebody guarding and the protector of the professor.
Yeah.
So now, when will Marseille find out that the professor is not there? From the radio link in the helicopter, when he lands, when he comes to the bunker where the professor is, who knows? All those possibilities are open, but of course he's going to have to track him down. Does the professor have a tracker? Who knows? There's so many possibilities. So many possibilities. And just to make clear, everybody, I have no clue what the plan is for the 5th season. Not one letter, not one word, not one information was given to me in the last 1 year. So I have no clue. And I'm waiting so badly to get at least some kind of script for the first episode or second, however many episodes of the 5th season. I'm dying to read it. I'm dying. So this is all hypothetical, dear viewers in India.
So are you ready to give your life and save Professor?
Yes, I am.
That's the spirit, come on. Okay,
Yes,
okay.
And I think when you die in this series, you're more of an iconic figure than when you stay alive. I've noticed that in the last 4 seasons. Oslo, Moscow, Berlin, Nairobi, now they're untouchable. So why not?
Why not? Wow, so great. That's the spirit.
Cry over me too sometimes. Oh, Marseille.
Okay, can you just sing Bella Ciao for us?
Una mattina mi son sbagliato. Oh, bella ciao, bella ciao, bella. That was enough.
Oh, you're so mean.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. I have 2 dialogues. I'll just tell you the dialogue. It's only English, so you don't have to worry about it. Okay, so to whom you want to dedicate this dialogue? From the characters. So one is, I'm waiting.
Okay. Alicia, I'm waiting.
Wow. Okay, so the next dialogue is, I'm back.
Sophia, I'm back.
So these dialogues are pretty famous here, which was spoke by 2 great personalities from our place.
Okay.
Yeah, so thank you for doing that for us.
You're welcome. You're welcome. But you know who Sophia is?
Who's that?
Sophia is the ferret, the little rat in the 3rd season that we send in the tubes. That's Sophia. Ay, 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 ay.
Okay.
Homework.
I missed
I'm
it.
just
I missed it. I wanted you to share a few things about two scenes. One is the fight scene, Professor versus Marseille. So, how was it filmed and who's stronger, according to you?
Come on. There's the old saying, brains over brawn. Brawn meaning strength. So let's say we're equal. We have to be equal.
Okay.
I worked on that scene on myself like some 10 days when I got the script.
Oh.
Because I wanted to make head and toes of how to go about it, how to justify. It was pretty much written what you saw later in the context. But I came to the set with already the scene printed out at home, and I made some notes where I think we should have a punch, because it was pretty erratically written. There was no really skeleton of the scene.
Okay.
And I showed that to Alvaro and to Javier Quintas, the director of that second episode. And we at lunch were going through the text again, and I was explaining why I think this punch would come here. And it was then, of course, a work in progress of the three of us together. And by the end of lunch, that one page where my punches were all marked disappeared from the table. And I still don't know a year after who took it. Is it Alvaro, the director, Quintas, or it just disappeared from the table?
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't need it, but it was a reference point. So I don't know who took it. I think it's a good memento for whoever has it, because it's a great scene. It's let's say an iconic scene. I love seeing it. I crack up every time because I think we've done it well. We had Carlos, the stunt coordinator, then work after lunch I said, I don't know how you want to do the punches. I just know when a punch should come. And then with Alvaro, we said, here, 1, 2, here, 3. And then the stunt coordinator made it kind of more clean. And he was pissed off at us, angry at us the whole afternoon when we were shooting it, because we got so into the scene that we're missing each other by this much, right in front of the nose. And then every time after each shot, like, Carlos, guys, the cameras are going to pick it up. They're behind you. You're getting too dangerously close, because you don't want to hit your colleague. Makeup cannot fix a broken nose or something. I did get punched in other projects, being punched in the nose by Army Hammer, who was Call Me By Your Name or The Lone Ranger. He really punched me in the nose well. And Charlie Hunnam in Papillon, he really cracked me over the head with a fake rock that I was in pain for 2 days because they got too much into it. So we were dangerously close, and I think Alvaro and I did a great scene, and that when he falls on his ass in that last punch.
So nobody.
I love that.
Nobody got hurt.
No, only his butt when he fell down.
Okay. So you partially choreographed the scene as well.
I gave logic to it because I think I gave logic to it. Like I said, it was my idea how to make it better, and then with Alvaro and Javier Quintas, the director, we sought to make it really ideally perfect, so it makes sense. Why would two guys start fighting each other? It's not a Fight Club thing between Ed Norton and Brad Pitt. It's a different mentality, and it's like really, like I said, two springboks, two goats bashing heads to prove the same point in the long run. But let's add some comedy, and it ended up being comedy. And I said, like, oh, really? I didn't know. Like we stopped. When he says, didn't we stop? It's like, oh, I didn't know, because it is humorous.
Yeah.
But then you have the hand on hand, and that's we're buddies, and that's it. I'm gonna protect him. That was the kind of the unsaid consensus. It was so much fun to draw to record that scene. It was a lot of fun. And like I said, it's easy to work with professionals.
So the other scene is the bullfight. So you again saved Professor. So you were like lifting Professor first, and then only you jumped.
He's the brain of the operation. My job is there to protect him, as far as I know. And that one, we had so many difficulties that day because it was a very windy day with many clouds coming.
Sorry to interrupt. Was that bull a real one or CG?
The bull we had was more like a cow with testicles.
Oh.
He was very nice. He was like, come on, you have to run. Going very slow. So we had problems with the lighting, with the sun coming and going. So we didn't have the blender, how they say, the good light. So we were fighting with that. We were fighting with getting the bull to look a little bit more menacing. And I think when we were doing something else, when we were doing promotions in July around the world for the third season, the second team went and shot just with another bull, and they tried to make it a more active and a live scene, let's say. And yeah, so it wasn't very dangerous then.
Oh, okay.
When we were shooting it, the bull was like, what's up? He was, and then we're shooting other scenes, and the bull was behind a wall. Then suddenly the bull comes and leans over the fence to see what we're doing. But you're not supposed to see the bull. And it's like, guys, you have to put him somewhere else, because he was curious, like, what are you guys doing? So it was a long day.
So
it was
funny.
a long
Oh my God,
day.
I couldn't control my laughter. I'm sorry for that. Okay.
The car scene. So your performance was so nice, and we were going emotional throughout the scene. How was the preparation for the scene?
Yes. And, we had the bull, then we had these flashbacks to the wedding of Berlin with Tatiana, and it was kind of undefined what's happening. And then suddenly you see this emotional journey that the professor is going through the end of the third season and thinking that the Inspectora Raquel Lisboa is dead. So it was this antithesis, counterbalance of emotion of suddenly out of the blue, the guy that doesn't speak at all, suddenly, if you want, we can talk about emotions. The professor is like, what? And honestly, working with Alvaro Morte, the professor, is very easy. He's a professional. He's a theatrically trained actor. So we both have our formation. It's very easy to get those nuances with him. And Coldo Serra was the director of that episode. I do have to say one important thing, that there was part of that text when Marseille is talking about Pamuk, his dog, when he's talking about the kids in the village, because they defined in the screenplay where he was from and the kids, who they were, and against who they were fighting, who was the enemy. And I really, for over a month, I was trying to get the screenplay writers and the producers to change it and to kind of put it away, because I thought that it's still great that nobody knows where the hell Marseille is from. And for 1 month, I was trying to reach them. And that same day we were shooting the scene, I got on my phone, a photo of a screen of a computer of Alex Pina changing, the creator of the series, changing the text kind of how I was implying. And then we did it like that, and it worked so much better. So it was a nice scene, and it wasn't hard to get to that emotion, because a loss is a loss. And yes, he says, are you comparing my wife to your dog? And he says, yes, a loss is a loss.
Yeah, deep,
we have
so
to
deep.
respect life, and that's it. And that's why it works. And from then on, it was just the rest of the emotional roller coaster, let's say.
Yeah, it was so deep actually, and you restarted the professor's mind, to be precise.
Yes, and that was later in the fight scene when he kind of had the idea, they might have done the same trick that he did on them with the ferret, with Sofia, of misinformation, that what Alicia Sierra, the Inspectora, did with Suarez supposedly killing Raquel. So when he realizes that, then that's the second scene in the fight, which was really that Bud Spencer turns heel, Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid, kind of this moment of clashing two Springboks, two guys clashing heads, but trying to actually speak about the same thing. And that's why also that scene worked.
So how did you get inside this project, and what was the one thing that impressed you so much to select this project?
I did my audition in 2018 in August in Madrid, and I read for the role of Bogota, that I was invited by the casting directors, Leira and Serrano, Eva and Yolanda, which are casting directors in Madrid. And we have a good relationship for over 5-6 years. I was in other projects there. And they gave me their trust and called me in for that one. And I worked 3 weeks preparing the role. I had 2 scenes and worked my butt off, as they say. I was in Croatia on vacation, let's say, but I could just think of this audition, because when you know that you're getting involved, because I knew I was getting into the 3rd season. So we already knew that it was planetary popular. So it was a big challenge, and I really wanted to get on board. And I didn't get the role of Bogota, but I got the role of Marseille, which is another story, and without really doing an audition for Marseille, because it was a completely new role presented by the producers. So I came in on the last train and I joined the gang on the last train, let's say.
So nice, so nice.
I thought that, it's going to be very weird to join them but from the first day on set, it was like I was part of the family, I was part of the crew. They welcomed me and Jovic Keuchkerian, who plays Bogota, and Rodrigo de la Serna, who plays Palermo. We were, from day one, we were already part of the family. So from then on, it was just, let's have fun.
So no that strange feeling and all.
It's kind of like the first day of school when you change school. And you're kind of like in the corner, like sheepishly, like, hi, I'm Luka. But no, it passed like in a second. We immediately started joking around and being kids as we are, big kids as we are.
We love you as Marseille.
Yes. Now they know me as Marseille. They know me by my mustache.
Your hair.
I have my hair in a ponytail right now because we have the first 3 days of summer, and it's just when the hair is done, I'm suffering. It's really hot in Barcelona these days, and I put it up. I'm sorry. But by my hair, my mustache, and the guy that doesn't speak much.
Yeah, who has a lot in his mind but speaks way less.
Yes, it was very hard to figure that role out because not only that, when you get a screenplay, you can kind of read what the character is about, what he says, then you get a form of who he is, where he's from, etc. You build the character. But not only didn't have any text in the third season, I had like 20 sentences, 3 scenes of text in 8 episodes. They didn't give me any more information about my role as well.
Oh, okay.
The first day of shoot, I came and I asked the main director, Jesus Colmenar, can you tell me something more about Marseille? Because I got 3 screenplays, and who is he? Where is he from? Who put him in the banda? He's a sicario, which means hitman. And I was like, what? It's like, the professor, we don't kill anybody. That's the idea of the banda. Why do you have a hitman? I confused the hell out of me. And from then on, I didn't get any information. So it was really hard to figure out how to play him, not speak anything, but react. You have to have relationships with the people in the scene. And I didn't know, do I know this guy? Do I know this woman? Do I know who is Tokyo? Who is Nairobi? It was very confusing. It was very, very challenging, I have to say. I was for 4 months scratching my head, like, what should I do? And I said, like, all right, just find your point zero, sit in the back, be quiet, and look at people, and that's it.
But
that's all I can do.
But we witnessed a great performance, actually.
Thank you very much. I have to say it's more or less the most difficult role I had to do in my 25 years of career.
Okay.
Really, without it. Yeah.
Oh, so nice, so nice. I have a few quick questions. So as an audience, which character you hate the most?
Hate is such a strong word. I don't hate anybody. I respect when somebody produces like negative emotion in me. Of course, Arturo Roman and Gandía can produce repugnant, foul, and vile, emotions because they're very well written. Those characters.
Yeah.
And they're very well acted.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Poga as Gandía, Jesus Christ, Enrique Arce as Arturo Roman, and Najwa Nimbriko like Alicia Sierra, because they're such great actors, you want to hate them.
Exactly. People here.
Chapeau. No, it's insane. Not just in India, everywhere around the world. Like I got to know Enrique Arce very well in Paris last year during the promotion. And, the guy is great. The guy is crazy like me, also full of energy, a jokester, and the world hates him.
Exactly.
Hates him. Which, chapeau, you've done a great job, man. You've done a great job.
Very true. The next is, you can go inside the place where the heist is going on, like inside the bank, and you're allowed to kill anyone. As Marseille, who would it be?
I would go after Gandía, because if Rio, Denver, Bogota, and Stockholm cannot kill that guy, if even Tokyo cannot kill that guy, then I guess I have to do it. I'm sorry. If I'm a hitman, I'll get the job done, because all of them didn't manage to do it. So sorry, my colleagues. I love you a lot, but I'm the cleaner. I have to get the job done. Yeah, duty first. Yeah. Exactly.
Okay.
Then party later.
Who's the most intelligent according to you, the professor or Alicia?
I think they're both highly intelligent, except what they use it for. She uses it for sadistic purposes, and he uses it for something that he wants to prove. I don't know what, but I think that's my opinion.
Okay. Thank you so much. Had a great time with you. Completely
Thank you very
enjoyed
much.
the conversation. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much. Kisses to everybody in India. Keep safe. And whenever you finish doing the copy of Casa de Papel, let me know. I want to see it because I know that you're gonna do. I know you're gonna do one. I know there's gonna be a Casa de Papel in India for sure.
Do visit India.
Okay. I will visit India. I never was. I really want to come and see. There's so many interesting places, and I want to eat good food. I love Indian food. You have no idea. I could devour. Right now, I'm thinking about saag paneer. Oh, paneer palak. I don't know. It's different regions, of course, but that's one of my.
Oh.
And but oh my god. Okay, now I'm hungry. Thank you very much, all of you guys. I'm gonna go order some Indian food.
Thank you.
Love you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
டெக்கான் ரம்மி டிஸ்கிரிப்ஷனில் இருக்கும் லிங்கை கிளிக் செய்து 20 லட்சம் வெல்லும் வாய்ப்பை பெறுங்கள்.
சத்யபாமா யூனிவர்சிட்டி இந்தியா இருக்கக்கூடிய டாப் 50 யூனிவர்சிட்டிஸ்ல ஒன்றா இருக்கு. இதில் நீங்க சேரணும்னா டிஸ்கிரிப்ஷனில் இருக்கக்கூடிய லிங்கை கிளிக் பண்ணுங்க.